Hello students, kindly check out Standard 6 Social Science book, Chapter 1. In the previous class, we started the sources of history. Now we'll continue the chapter. What is artifacts? The objects like pottery, tools, metal objects, jewelry, ornaments, weapons made by humans in past are called artifacts. They are, students, turn the page. They are found by archaeologists in the course of excavations. Archaeologists is a person who studies human history, and excavation is digging up. They give us vital clues to the past. Vital, absolutely necessary clues. They give us absolutely necessary clues to the past. They give valuable information about food habits, clothing, social and religious customs, etc. Students, see, these are the artifacts. Literary sources. What is literary sources? Literary sources include written records from the past. They tell us about the social, political and economic conditions of the times when they were composed. Many literary sources were orally handed over from one person to another before they were written down. Many literary sources were orally handed over from one person to another before they were written down. Handwritten records of the past in the form of books are called manuscripts. Manuscripts, a book, document or a piece of music written by hand rather than typed or printed. Early manuscripts were written on palm leaves, the barks of wheat trees, and on thinly beaten copper plates. Beaten copper plates, a polished copper plate on which a design has been engraved, means printed. Paper became a popular medium of manuscripts only after 15th century AD. The full form of AD is Anno Domini. In India, manuscripts were usually written in Sanskrit, Prakrit or Pali. Tamil was one of the languages used in South India. These books dealt with all kinds of subjects, religious beliefs and practices, the lives of kings, medicine and science. This is manuscript, a book or document written by hand rather than typed or printed. So, we move on. Literary sources can be classified into religious and secular. Religious literature. What is religious literature? Literature which deals with religion is called religious literature. Literature which deals with religion is called religious literature. The Vedas, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata and the Gita are religious literature which provide a wealth of knowledge about India's ancient past. These books, the Vedas, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata and the Gita are religious literature. These books provide a wealth of knowledge about India's ancient past. The Buddhist works like the Tripitakas and the Jatakas and the Angas of the Jain are also important religious literature of contemporary history. Contemporary history means modern history. They are the important sources of information on social, economic, political, religious life of the people of that time. This is the Veda. See, Vedas. Now next, secular literature. Texts that are focused on subjects of social, political and economic importance and have little link with religion are called secular literature. Texts that are focused on subjects of social, political and economic importance and have little link with religion are called secular literature. These include stories, poems, plays, biographies of kings, accounts of foreign travelers and books on politics and science. Arthashastra, written by Kautilya, provides useful information about the social and political conditions of the Mauryan age. Arthashastra, written by Kautilya, and this Kautilya provides useful information about the social and political conditions of the Mauryan age. The Sangam texts in Tamil are a valuable source of information about the life and the culture of the Tamil people during the reign of the Pandya and the Chola kings. Many travelers visited different parts of India at various times. Accounts left by travelers are also an important source of information for historians. Phayan visited India in the 5th century CE. Phayan visited India in the 5th century CE. CE, the full form of CE is Common Era. Wensa, the famous Chinese pilgrim, visited India in 7th century CE. Wensa, the famous Chinese pilgrim, visited India in 7th century CE. They threw light on the political, economic and religious conditions of those times. They threw light on the political, economic and religious conditions of those times. Okay students, bye bye.